In the early days of Egyptian life, people lived normal lives. The invention of the wooden lock changed not just how people behaved, but how secure they felt. In this animated video, we will study how the Egyptian wooden lock worked and how it underwent changes, and then its similarity to our day-to-day padlocks of today. This lock mainly consisted of a wooden housing that contained the locking mechanism. Inside the housing sat a sliding bolt that moved horizontally to lock or unlock the door. It had holes drilled into it that interacted with the pins. Several wooden pins were placed vertically into holes above the bolt. When locked, these pins fitted into the holes in the bolt, preventing it from moving. The other part of the lock was the key. This key had small extensions. When inserted into the lock and raised, the extensions would raise the pins and thus allowing the bolt to unlock. As simple as it was, this lock was easy to pick. Pushing the pins was the only thing you had to do, and it would fall open. What did the Egyptians then do to reduce the rising number of thieves opening locked doors? A new type of lock was invented. The main modifications were on the bolt, key, and pins. The pins extended below the bolt as opposed to the first design where the pins only stopped on the bolt. The bolt had several holes at its lower side. This served the purpose we will describe later. The keys became varied, with some keys lacking some extensions. This meant that to open the lock, only certain pins had to be raised to a known height. If a thief tried to remake the key and the pins differed in height even by a small amount, the lock would not open, since the pins would extend into the bolt and stop it from opening. Also, raising certain pins that were not supposed to be raised would not open the lock. This next advancement of the lock was extremely secure, to the point that losing the key meant replacing the lock. In comparison, this locking technology is surprisingly better than most padlocks we use today. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.